lasting peace in the Middle East. So is the president in his final weeks trying to actually craft some sort of peace there, or is this just some sort of needling against Israel for the bad relationship they've had over the two terms?
If the Obama administration wanted peace and wanted to protect Israel, they wouldn't have brokered that Iran deal and handed $1.7 billion in a cash ransom payment to the #1 state sponsor of terrorism, funding terrorists in Yemen, funding Hezbollah, and firing missiles, by the way, earlier this year that carried the Hebrew message, Israel must be wiped out. Let's not forget that. Why is this happening now? Why didn't it happen before now? Because of the politics. Because if Democrats had heard this speech and witnessed that abstention last week, they would have been, here's the slogan, according to Eli Lake, that you would have seen, can't stop genocide in Syria, and we make Jewish homes in Jerusalem illegal. 500,000 Syrians were killed, and that's what we get, the message to Israel. This is appalling what has happened.
All right, it certainly seems to have flamed the tensions just as we are coming off a presidential election in this country. And look at this. President-elect Donald Trump has tweeted. And you can see this tweet right here. In response before Kerry's speech, he wrote, "We cannot continue to let Israel be treated with such total disdain and respect. They used to have a great friend in the U.S., but not anymore. The beginning of the end was the horrible Iran deal," as Dagan alluded to, "and now this UN Stay Strong Israel January 20th is fast approaching." All right, so Lisa Boothe, what can Israel expect from a changing of the guard in the White House, from a new administration that has grown to be very pro-Israel over the last few months?
I think an administration that supports our friends and not our enemies, which is not what we've seen under President Obama, and I think he's really going to go out a coward. He's going to go out a coward on the world stage, and as ambassador, and a coward that has made the world less safe, ultimately. And as Ambassador John Bolton wrote in the Wall Street Journal, this isn't stabbing Israel in the back, it's stabbing Israel in the front. And Secretary John Kerry said today that there has been no administration that has been a better friend to Israel, but that flies in the face of common sense, as Herman and Dagan have pointed out in this earlier segment. And that's also why I think you see Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who said that this resolution is a declaration of war. He said it's a shameful ambush by the President of the United States, and I absolutely agree with him.
All right, well, let's take a look